Before this video starts, just know for the intro and outro, not much will be said. If you would like to hear my thoughts, go check out my Marvel Spiderman video, right on your screen. Click it. Click it. Click it. Marvel Spider-Man was released September 7th, 2018. It became the fastest selling PS4 game with 3.3 million copies sold. A little time later, The City That Never Sleeps was announced, a story-based 3-episode DLC pack. The Heist was released October 23rd, 2018. It kicks off the start of the story by introducing the families and Hammerhead. Alright, that's enough. Let's get into the DLC. Run it! The DLC starts off with MJ going over her source, which indicates that the Maggia are trying to make a comeback. The Maggia are a collective group of different old crime families. They were on the brink of extinction, but since Fisk was locked up, there was a power struggle. That was kind of the whole point of Marvel Spider-Man. Go check it out right here. So simply, the power vacuum has created opportunity for criminals to increase their rank. Cutting to Peter on patrol, MJ informs him that a painting has been displayed at the museum. The painting was recovered during a raid by the police against one of the families, and that another family was planning on stealing it. Peter arrives and finds that Hammerhead's men is already there, trying to break in. After he takes out the goons, he finds that someone has already broken in via a cut hole in the window. And after being on his Batman shit, Peter finds the guard had been Bill Cosby. Peter goes and checks on the painting, but before he could do anything else, more Hammerhead's men's goons show up, and he deals with them.
Mission accomplished then?
I hope so.
Yeah, I am gonna have to call you right back.
Why? What's going on?
Yep, this nigga finna cheat.
You look good. Been working out?
Before Peter could commit pseudo-adultery, even more Hammerhead's men show up, this time with rockets. Afterwards, Black Cat destroys the painting and retrieves the thumb drive from it. She then escapes while Peter saves the goons from being crushed. Later, he calls MJ and informs her of the events that had transpired. MJ starts asking about what could be on the drive, and Peter goes to a distress call. This is an introduction to the side activity on stopping car bombings by using his spider drone and EMP. I actually enjoy these. After dealing with the car bomb, Peter is contacted by Detective Mickey and then asked to meet in person at the precinct. He arrived and Mackie asked him to look for some paintings that the previous Black Cat, Walter Hardy, had stolen. This is the main side story for this episode. Basically, each episode has one main side story. For this one, you have to collect different pieces of art, and after pieces found, Peter speaks to Detective Mickey. If you're sharp enough, you can probably guess the twist early on if you pay attention. At least to the conversations that happen between Mackie and Peter, Mackie, whatever the hell his name is. The twist being that Mackie is actually Walter Hardy, the father of Felicia Hardy, aka Black Cat. He asks Peter to look after his daughter, and then he dips promptly. Peter is then informed by MJ that a shootout is happening, and Hammerhead has a drive that Black Cat has stolen. Arriving at the shootout, Pete takes down the goons toting guns. He then interrogates, intimidate.
All right, I give up.
Maybe?
Do I get time off if I talk?
You won't if you don't.
Oh, this is the white-haired chick. She told us to come down here and make some noise.
Sucker bait. And I'm the sucker. Where'd you meet her?
This is bodega on Waverly.
Snitch ass nigga. Pete goes to the given location and then follows her claw trails. He tries to warn her, but she just dips with another drive.
Oh, hey Spider.
Pussy all on him. Get it? Cause her nether regions on him. And also, she's considered Black Cat. Cats are also known as pussy. Y'all get it.
But shut your bitch ass up.
Catching up to Black Cat, she informs him that the only reason why she is working for Hammerhead is because he has her son. He escapes again, and he contemplates if it's his kid. After updating MJ on what has happened, except the kid thing, he goes and fight escaped convicts working for Screwball. More side activities led by a mixer streamer. Honestly, not my favorite, and given the fact that the bitch pops up in every episode, he's probably the least favorite part of all the episodes put together. So Peter arrives at the crime scene and follows the trail Black Cat left, and comes across some of Hammerhead's men.
So I tell you to do something, and you don't do it. Now, you know what happens next. Wait.
Damn, but to kill him over that? And his men were too ready for it. At least he could pull one of these.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Hey, don't act.
Better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet, nigga. Hey.
Peter calls MJ and tells her that Black Cat's child was taken, and that he might be the dad. She then promptly hangs up. Not gonna lie, that is a somewhat appropriate response. MJ calls back and gives Peter an address to the last family safe house. She also apologizes for hanging up, and that they should focus on saving the kid. She also finds out what's on the drive, being information for a joint account where the families kept all their assets, and it can only be opened with the 5 drives. With this info, Peter is sent to collect the last drive. Just like the last couple of times, Peter gets to the location right as Black Cat is leaving with the last drive. Black Cat then EMPs him, and a foot chase ensues. Yeah, got him jumping over shit, sliding under shit, running through crowds, almost getting run over by cars. Got this nigga looking like Jason Bourne. Oh, and also, does this Spider-Man have no natural webbing? Like, what the fuck are you calling Spider-Man for then? Like, the only thing you have left is sticking to walls and shit. And that's it. All this nigga got is super strength, faster speed and reflexes, and sticking to shit. How did that make him a spider? Without the webbing. Catching up to Black Cat, Peter talks some sense into her, allowing for her to share her burdens with him.
Okay, I can probably give us a couple days, max.
So, about your son, is there a chance I'm...
Later. For now, let's find him. When he's safe, we can talk about that. Keep in touch, Spider.
MJ calls and asks if Black Cat is playing him, and that she is going to run the plate number he gave her. Peter is then contacted by Miles, asking to be trained. Miles calls every now and then in all the episodes, and it shows progression for the character, so we, the player, can get a little bit of information regarding his training, since this takes place after, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, go check that out, actually happens right after this, so it ties in very well. Well, at least, in my opinion, it ties in. Peter stops for a bite to eat. While that is happening, MJ goes snooping around. MJ section, which isn't that terrible since she can actually take out enemies. While looking around, she takes photos of counterfeit money and of a man to be ID'd. She also finds shipping manifests. After all of that, Pete gets a call from Black Cat in a location.
So what are we looking at?
Got a tip from an old friend. Hammerhead's keeping something extremely valuable in that office above the bar.
A lot of guys in there.
If they spot me, my son's dead.
Peter gave it that look like he wanted to say,
I'll
no
draw
child
them out.
support then?
Then you sneak in.
Being everyone up and then flirting, Black Cat leaves. MJ calls and Pete relays a possible place where the child could be held, a vault. And after decrypting the computer info, MJ finds where the vault is and calls Peter to let him know, who then promptly calls Black Cat to let her know. They beat up the thugs and Peter then finds Sable weapons, which is in the hands of Hammerhead's men.
Sable International. What is this stuff? Whoa. Hammerhead's got Sable weapons? I wonder what else he has.
Pete enters the warehouse and Black Cat betrays him.
No, you gotta be kidding me! Tell me you weren't just stringing you along!
Sorry, sweetie. But I needed help to pull off a job this big.
All you ever wanted was Hammerhead's drive.
The entire wealth of the Magia. In the palm of my hand.
You gave Hammerhead fake drives?
You think he's gonna be mad at me?
So Peter is then set free and contacts the Black Cat because her house is rigged to blow up, which she knows somehow.
Felicia!
Bye, Felicia.
Hey, I heard niggas saying they were gonna go kill the pussy, but I don't think this is what they meant though. Like, I think you took it too literally. After the credits, Peter and MJ had a heart-to-heart, going over how they didn't find Black Cat's body. She's still alive. I just assumed since there was no body, and how Peter would have been an amazing dad. Alright, that's the end. The Heist, Episode 1. Overall, this is probably my second favorite DLC of the trilogy. It was a solid story and does a fine job setting up the other episodes, so, well, that's it. Keeping the outro short, so next time, the next video will be Episode 2, Turf Wars. And with that, the galaxy needs me. Farewell.